Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and
Brad the Weatherman.
Say hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
It is July 8th, 2016, Friday afternoon. It's 4:20 p.m. And what is the weather like, Brad, Heidi?
And it is partially sunny at 93 degrees. Real feel of 105 degrees.
Yeah.
And a low of 77. Back at you.
Okay, now wait.
What?
Please give us a weather forecast for Wyoming, where we used to live in. You'll get a crack out of this. I'll laugh.
Wow, Casper 78.
Oh, it was 50 this morning.
I know. A real feel of 82. A low of 53 degrees.
Oh.
Holy smoke. Monday, a low of 42 degrees. Tuesday, a low of 44. I know.
I thought you said it was predicted it might snow.
Well, I saw on Facebook that they were a couple people that lived in Casper had pulled up the news.
Oh.
A news clip that was predicting snow.
Oh, well, I hope their weather predictions are better than when we lived there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, really?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Anyway, yesterday, after I got off here doing, talking with you guys, we took naps, and kind of like,
Yeah.
Couldn't really sleep. I was trying to sleep out here, which really bothers the sciatica. So, but you guys remember I wanted Brad to go laying back and stretch his back out, which I think helped, did it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it did.
You know, he's kind of stressed out about some stuff right now, but that's just the way it.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. And then Brad made, you guys don't mind if I do some looming while I talk to you, I'm sure. Brad made some fried rice with sausage, and that was very good. He always does it good. Now, we prefer to have it with some oriental vegetables in it, but we didn't have any oriental vegetables, so you get what you get.
And you don't throw a fit.
That's right. So, and then we had dinner, and then I did some looming. Of course, what's new, right? Yeah, lower this table down just a titch. Did some looming, and finished the hat. I'm working on the other one right now. Excuse me. This is the beret that we've worn off to the side. You can either wear it straight back, or you can wear it off to the side. I'm not demonstrating very well, but you know how it is. So anyway, so finished that. Don't have the flower on it, of course, yet. So got that one done, and I'm doing a bright pink one, which is the last part of that order, and then I'll put flowers on everything. So I have like 18 flowers to sew on. So that'll go out tomorrow morning. I will stay up however late it takes, and I know there's no hurry, but Etsy really likes you to crank your orders out pretty fast, which, if you're selling on there and it's all handmade goods, they want to make sure you're doing good work and that you are, making what you said you would make that people have already paid for. No, they're not on me or anything, but, I like to get on that. Sorry about that, my phone was going off. You may be getting a phone call. I didn't recognize the number. It was a Wyoming number. I didn't recognize the number, so that doesn't mean anything. I didn't want to answer it while I was talking to you guys. So I'm working on that. Had a very painful night last night again. I didn't even get to talk to her about the Charlie horses or anything.
No.
Just went to the doctor. not too impressed by this doctor, I have to say. I don't know if I will keep her or not. She kind of breathed in, breathed out. Here, yes, we'll refill your meds. She didn't really let me go over anything with her. Like that, I didn't get to talk to her about the fact that I'm having Charlie horses really bad. You know, slid into my lungs, slid into my heart. You know, she checked the swelling in my legs. And, this is why I usually have my phone on silence, and now going right back on silent, because you get phone calls constantly. But I mean, she didn't discuss anything with me, any treatment of plans or anything. Just want to know how long it had been since I'd had blood work done and an A1C. She did have the nurse come back in and do a blood sugar, test my blood sugar, and that was only at 125, which was good for having eaten lunch and everything. So, I mean, don't know if I'll keep her or not. She's not very personable. Doesn't really let you talk to her at all. It's kind of like, okay, I'll refill your med. And I even said, so you're refilling all of them? We're going to stay on the same plan? But she did say until she got blood work back and stuff. So maybe she's just nervous about meeting new people. I don't know. I don't know if she's fairly new there or not. You know, so we'll see. I'll give her a couple of tries, and then if I still don't feel like, you know, that I like to work with my doctors and have a good rapport with them. So, you know, so does Brad. So we'll see. Nurses are great there. The reception stuff, absolutely fantastic. They hooked me up with some samples of the Victoza. They put me back on it, of course. And she gave me 3 boxes of samples because I said, you know, they're still working on what kind of health insurance, whether it's going to be Medicaid or something else. And I'm worried I cannot afford this until the 1st of August. And I said, do you have any samples? Because the doctor didn't offer anything. And she said, let me check. And she got me enough to get me through the month. They put me back on the max dose because I was doing really well with it. And I have been off of it for a couple of months, which has been hard, you know. And also the Victoza makes it where you're not near as hungry. That's one of the wonderful benefits, even though it's not used primarily as a weight loss drug. And I've talked about this before in videos when I first got put on Victoza. It does really help with you not being hungry. It does make you kind of feel like you have the stomach flu at first and stuff. It's kind of rough going there. And again, she didn't tell me, don't go full force back on this. Thank goodness I've been on this before, because I know that you have to step it up. You have to start at the lowest dose and then wait a week or two and then go up and then wait or two and then go up another. So that's what I'm doing. We did talk with the nurse, and she got us some different programs we could apply for to help with prescriptions and stuff. So I'm going to be back on all my meds, or as many as I can afford. If you look at that Winn-Dixie app, hon, and you go into Psych Map, it has the RX programs and stuff, and the generics. So anyway, like I said, my blood sugar wasn't bad. I had only gone up 16 pounds since March, which is really good because, like I said, I've been off of my medication, and they attribute that to the swelling. I am very swollen and stuff, so, you know, that would easily account for that. So that's not bad. I've not regained near all the weight I lost, which makes me very happy. You know, I still have a good 25 pounds off from before, so, and we're going to keep going down. I'm going to keep working on that. You know, I've got some things in the works for that, just that I will be doing myself, and you know, I'll be sharing that with a few select people that are my near and dear friends that I can trust. And then later on, maybe I'll share it on here. But I'm being more careful about what I share with you guys, since I obviously have a troll or trolls or some people that pose to be my friends that are talking shit about me. Which, you know, that's on them. If that's how they get their jollies, then go ahead. You know, I don't play that game. I never will. But I am being more selective on what I share with you guys for that reason.
The mobile app?
I just went into the Winn-Dixie site, honey.
Okay. Sorry.
For Crawfordville. I forgot what to say. Oh, my blood pressure was 158/80, which I suffer from high blood pressure, so that was pretty darn good being off your blood pressure medication. Well, I'm not all the way off of it. I'm taking just 10 milligrams instead of 40. I will be getting back on my anxiety antidepressant meds if we can afford them. My breathing, my blood oxygen was, or you know, my O2 level was 90. They like to have it be 92 to 95. But they said that happens when you're living in a lower elevation. But my breathing is much better because I feel like I breathe much better. You know, so that is what it is. We're going to be working on some stuff. She didn't even mention the weight. She didn't even mention any of that. You know, we'll see. I mean, she mentioned that she'd like to have me have a pap and a wellness check and a mammogram and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, we'll see. I'm not a big one to get that kind of stuff done. And I don't know. I know all this stuff, but it's just not. I'm not going to travel 38 miles, go up Tallahassee to have my boobs smashed. Thank you, no. Even when I explained to her I didn't want to have a typical mammogram because of the amount of scar tissue from having the lumpectomy and having the massive infections and all they had to do to get that to ever heal with the IV antibiotics and the PICC line and the packing it and all that good stuff. I'd rather have them do a ultrasound, which they say is even detects it now. They feel even better than a mammogram. So every time they do a mammogram, they detect all the scar tissue because that went. I'm very big-breasted, and just take my word for it. You don't need to really see. Brad will tell you I'm very big-breasted.
Oh yeah.
But it went clear through over within half of the core of my breast tissue. What would you say, a good 6 inches, hon, deep?
Yeah.
You know, he would have to pack it every night and then pull the gauze out the next night. So, and I would go shower and then he'd have to repack it. That was horrific for him. The first time he had to do it, he looked at me and he just about had tears coming down his face and he goes, I don't know if I can do this. And I said, you have to. You know, that was a good time, huh?
Yeah.
You know, so, but anyway, I don't want to do, every time I have a mammogram now, they see all the scar tissue, they start freaking out about it. They think it's a cancerous mass. And I'm like, no, it's not, it's scar tissue. You know, so, you know, 4 exams later with more boob squishing and everything, then they're like, oh yeah, it's scar tissue. We'll see. I'm not one to have many tests done, guys. That's just the way I am. I never have been. You know. Now I can't. Oh, and then we came home, and Mr. Heide was so pleased with our dogs. Were you?
Yes, I was.
You guys ever see pictures on Facebook of you open up the front door and the dogs have just raised holy hell in your place? Oh, excuse me. That's what it was. You opened up the door to this RV. They had trash scattered all over. They did. They had it from one end to the other of this RV. Brad was not happy. You know, you couldn't even hardly walk in here because it was that bad. Hello?
Yeah. Oh, I was looking at the Winn-Dixie on their
RX discount plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to put an input on the dog?
On the dogs, yeah, I was not happy. And then, you know, they're acting like we should be so happy to see them when they've. And I'm so glad we took the garbage. We emptied the garbage can yesterday. That it was only about half full.
Yeah.
But all that half full was
coffee grounds
all over the place.
Eggshells.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad was not a happy man.
No.
He's stressed out anyway. He's stressed about how we're going to be able to afford a lot of necessary things right now, like the prescriptions. He gets stressed out whenever I go to the doctor. Whenever they're talking about anything, you know, he stresses out about something happening to me.
Yeah.
And, you know, it wasn't bad news though, honey.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that she just said she was going to keep me on all the same medications, because I was hoping that I could get off of some of them, you know, but time will tell. And if we don't like this doctor, there's a medical center there in Crawfordville and stuff. We can always transfer, so,
yeah.
You know, we'll see what goes on with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a little stressed about some stuff. You know, look at different options and what we'll have to do.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is working as hard as I can, trying to sell stuff here on Etsy, and you know, and I know that I only put out 3 new paintings this week, but you know, like I said, I'm working on this order, and I like to get my orders done, because I wouldn't like it if you did a custom order with somebody and you found out they kind of shoved you aside to keep doing new stuff, or you know, kind of like, I feel like it's kind of cutting in line.
Yeah.
So if you do a custom order with me, you're first in line, you know, and I will put everything else, you know, on hold until I get your order done. Like I said, I don't like to be having stuff hanging overhead that might not, you know.
Well, I just see that as good business for.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's rude to, you know, to not do that. So I will start painting again tomorrow night. I don't know if Brad's going to have anything done for me to list for him tomorrow. I didn't mean that in a bad way.
I know.
Because he's stressed out and it's late in the day. I don't want him to produce something if he's not feeling it. Because when you try to produce something that you really aren't into, then you're just going to do some crap. And that's just my opinion. You know how it's, you know, when it's no longer something you love to do, and it becomes a laborious job. So, you know.
It becomes a job and not a hobby.
Well, I count this as my job, even though it's a passion of mine.
Have you ever heard the expression, if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life?
Yeah, and that's the way I feel. Because I love what I do, and I love making orders, and I had a good time doing all them headbands. I tell you, people would think, oh man, that's a lot of headbands. You know what? I had a good time doing them, and it's a wonderful thing is she just gave me kind of free license. You know, it was just assorted colors, and I played around with some different patterns, some different yarns and stuff, and I think she'll be really pleased, and it was a lot of fun. You know, in the same way with these hats. So.
Well, that's what I thought was really cool about it. Was all the different patterns, that kind of almost, I call it a checkerboard pattern.
Oh, the different stitches I was doing,
Yeah, and I thought that was very cool.
Yeah. I did too. It was fun too. You know, so, yeah. So that's all I'm working on. It's a very sad day in the entire United States with all of the shootings lately. I really feel for everybody who lost their life, whether you were a police officer or if you were a civilian.
Yeah.
You know, lately in the last month, all the shootings that have happened in the United States and stuff, I'm very heartbroken and sad about.
Yeah. I
think we all need to pull together and start being kinder to each other instead of having such hate. Keep praying, because this country needs it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into a debate on any of it. So, I just say let's pray for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody that died had a family.
Yeah.
And had loved ones. And that's really heartbreaking to me.
Yeah.
So, I would hate to go through that,
Yeah.
But like I said, anybody that was hoping that I might not be around much longer, sorry. I'm gonna be here. I've got a game plan. I'm not a quitter. I never have been.
Nope.
And for you that are new and stuff, you may not realize that I was slated to have gastric bypass surgery. I'd gone through all of the classes, 7 months actually, of all of the nutrition classes, the psych evaluation, all the different medical tests you had to have, like the chest x-ray, the barium swallow, etc., etc. And then 2 weeks, I had the surgery scheduled. 2 weeks from the day that I was supposed to have surgery, they hit into a major snafu. Nobody had ever told us that the hospital was going to require a certain amount down. And all of a sudden we were hit with, we need to come up with $6,000 or they would not do the elective surgery, even though at that time our insurance had approved it and everything, And the doctor's office hadn't bothered to tell us. The hospital said the doctor's office was supposed to tell us about this copay that the hospital required. The only hospital in that area that did the surgery. There was only one doctor in that whole area that did the surgery. So we had no choice but to cancel it.
Yeah. Yeah, the doctor's office said that the hospital was responsible for telling us. The hospital said the doctor was responsible for telling us.
Right.
It was just everybody.
Yeah, and Brad tried, called and stuff, and I told him, we've got to cancel. We just don't have the money. I mean, we had the money set aside that the amount of copay that the surgeon required on his own, but nobody had ever, and we had been to numerous doctor appointments, of course, saw the dietitian and the counselor every month and stuff, So, maybe that's just how it was supposed to be. Maybe that was God's way of saying I wasn't supposed to have the surgery. But in any case in point, it was a very hard pill to swallow. Well, what I did. It was all a time frame that I wanted to have that surgery and then be about 6 months out or so before we moved. It might be a good thing it didn't happen. It is what it is.
I kept telling you about those dreams I was having.
Yeah, he was having bad dreams about me going to pass away on the table. I have a long and sordid history, if you know me, on different things. I'm not getting into all those right now. Go back in a lot of my videos, you'll see it. Anyway, love you guys. I do cherish your friendship, and I think you're all awesome, and I hope you're doing well. Remember to be kind to each other and keep smiling. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye.